Brad, you should speak.
Let's see what I've spoken. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Here, I'll sketch up.
We've been through this many times where like, what is it?
Yes, by this wall.
You all.
Thank you.
This is based on a true story. So what was the most challenging part for you in filming this story?
Tom.
Tom.
Our writer, Tom Robson.
We just felt an enormous sense of responsibility to the people that had been lost because their stories hadn't been told. And it weighed on us. I know that Edgar, when he was filming outside the Versace mansion, and Ricky felt very emotionally attached to those characters. I know that, there was obviously, Versace was very famous, but there were the lesser known victims. And they were amazing people. They had all achieved in very different forms of success, and we wanted to celebrate how they carved that success in very difficult times. And we saw them as celebratory rather than Cunanan, who was crushed by homophobia. We saw other characters who had risen up, and we wanted to really put them in a light that celebrated their achievements. And that was, I think, the hardest thing, that sense of responsibility.
Yes.
Congratulations.
It's like the stock market.
Congratulations. Boy, you've had enough feedback to let you know people really respond to this. One of the good things about this being on TV is that people still can see it. Do you get new waves of people that are inspired by the award you win and by all the talk about it? Do you get new waves of people who are letting you know they see it and discover it and what it does for them?
We do. I mean, we're lucky enough that we have a wonderful network that our show is on FX. And also our American Crime Story has sold to Netflix. So I think this month, American Crime Story, The Assassination, will be on Netflix. So that will have a completely new life and a global audience that perhaps we did not have before. So yeah, I mean, that's what television is now, It's things find their audience, I think, smaller things, and it grows and grows, many times by word of mouth, but many times by organizations like the Hollywood Foreign Press that shines a spotlight on something. 23 million people, I think, watch this show. So to get up there and talk about issues, which is the reason why we made it, I do think that brings a new audience.
Do people tell their personal stories?
All the time. 3 people in that auditorium tonight told me that they sold cologne to Andrew Cunanan, all separately, which I thought was interesting. One person says Andrew Cunanan went into Hermes, where she worked, and would constantly put things on hold and not come back. So he was a very, I think, has become almost a mythological figure, and the same with Versace. So yeah, all the time I'm sure Darren and Edgar and Penelope and Ricky and all the actors can say the same thing, but it's a very emotional story. And I think when Versace was killed, people felt they lost something. I felt I lost something. So this show, I feel, has given people permission to grieve in some weird way for what could have been. Thank you.
For Darren, Criss. Hey.
Hi.
Well, you've talked before about how your parents are a big part of your success. What did they individually teach you that helped you the most to be the person that you are today?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I could have gone off on my parents. I think a lot of the folks up here and anybody out here that knows my parents, they're kind of my biggest bragging right. I like taking to these parties because it immediately makes me look way more interesting than I think I am. My dad, I think he taught me how to make other people feel comfortable, and my mother was the sort of perfect other half, which was the lesson of how to be comfortable with yourself. They were both very supportive at a very early age. I've mentioned this before. One of the great ironies of me being able to play this part is, even though I do share a similar ethnic background to him, we were very, very different in the way that we were raised and the homes that we grew up in. And it really is, I'm a testament to how that just makes a world of difference in one's life, just to have that support and love throughout my entire life. And hell, it brought me here. So, if that doesn't speak any volumes towards them, I don't know what does.
Darren, directly in front of you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
to
man.
GMA Philippines. you talked a little bit about tonight your mom being Filipino and really influencing you. You're going to be the first Filipino American to ever win a Golden Globe. That will go down in history. What does that mean to kind of represent diversity and to be a first tonight here?
I mean, I always tell people being half Filipino is one of my favorite things about myself because I had no control over that. I feel like I've been given a superhero cape that I am now required to step up to the plate for, and it's one I'm glad to be the poster boy for. If there's any young, either half Filipino or full, or anybody in the Filipino community that looks to my work as a source of inspiration and encouragement, then like sign me up. I'm on board for that, and it's a great privilege, and it means the world to me. And yeah, like I said, I'm very proud to be part of that. Thanks.
So, congratulations, Penélope. Aquí María Esteves, la sexta. Estoy aquí delante. Búscame. Quería preguntarte, enhorabuena. La verdad es que cada personaje que eliges triunfas. En España nos sentimos súper orgullosos de ti. ¿Qué significa para ti romper moldes y estar siempre eligiendo personajes y papeles que están ahí en lo más alto y que hacen que seas la Nadal de las artes?
Gracias. Te contesto en inglés, ¿no? Thank you for saying that. But it's not just up to me. I feel when I hear your words just make me feel really grateful for all the opportunities that I've gotten since I was 17 years old. It has been in movies, and now Ryan has invited me to be part of his creative family, and this is completely addictive, to be in television and have one character that you have a longer amount of time to understand who that character is, to live with it. And I cannot wait to repeat that experience because it's a different game. I mean, I would love to be able to combine both worlds if I can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Let's get a drinking out here. It's all good.
Yes, we can go from this
Okay. Okay, great.
Go this way. Thank you guys. Thank you.